Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, what do you think this is? Has kind of it's a grainy kind of smell, and it's really hard. Yeah, it's a kind of a carb kind of flavor, brown, nutty, really nutty kind of flavor. That's what it is. And well, this is brown rice. One of the staples that we live on at this house. And it really is good for a person, along with a lot of other foods. There's no doubt about that. Organic brown rice. And I highly recommend it. There's a lot of health benefits to brown rice and a balanced diet along with other things. It's much higher in fiber and antioxidants and lots of good uh, vitamins and minerals and trace minerals compared to white rice. White rice, you take everything off except for the carbs, and that's all you get. And so it's really not good for you, especially if you're a diabetic. And so with brown rice, you get up all that great fiber. Fiber is good for the body. There's no doubt about it. And all those antioxidants, and the more antioxidants we get, basically the longer we live, and the less disease processes we have going on. And I tell you, fiber is super important for keeping away that colon cancer. And I know somebody lived to be over 100 years old, and what they said is, "My father told me to keep my colon clean." Yeah, what can you say? It worked for him. I think it's really true. We got to keep that fiber so we can get those probiotics going, and we can really, allow ourselves to have our immunity built up, because probiotics that's our immunity. There's no doubt about it. And it also changes our mood, and it's everything. That balance of more good bacteria than and bad bacteria. And fiber is really important because there's about, and when a cup of brown rice, you get 1.8 grams of fiber. And in a cup of white rice, you only get 0 0.4 grams of fiber. So, wow, there's just no comparison. You get a lot more fiber in brown rice. And so, go figure. It doesn't even compete with me as far as that's concerned. As far as thiamine goes, you get about 5 times more thiamine than in brown rice. Niacin, about 4 more times. B6, about, just a little bit more in brown rice. Magnesium, uh, double the amount of uh, magnesium in brown rice. About 3 times more manganese, excuse me, magnesium, uh, manganese, you get about double. Magnesium, about 3 times more. Phosphorus in brown rice, about 3 times more. Iron, twice as much in brown rice. And zinc, just a little bit more zinc in brown rice. So amazing. Brown rice has a glycemic index which is in the low glycemic category. So that's 50. Anything from 55 above is medium. So, wow, that's great. But white rice has a glycemic index of 89, depending 72 to 89, depending upon who you read. But that's not good. White flour has a glycemic index of 100, which is not good. So we really need to use brown rice. This, if only for that one point, you know, the consumption of white rice is really totally linked to diabetes also. And that's very interesting. And I think a lot of people don't really key in on that. White rice is not good for us. But I think a lot of people in different countries, they eat a lot of veggies to go along with that brown white rice, so that kind of offsets it, so they have less problems. But brown rice is better. There's no doubt about it. With brown rice, you have weight loss. Includes also less heart disease risks and lots more antioxidants. And so, yeah, weight control, and you just look healthier. Brown rice has lignans, and they reduce the amount of fat in the blood and lower blood pressure and decrease inflammation of the arteries. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Eat brown rice, eat, white rice, whatever you feel about." That's not true. There's no doubt about it. If you want anti-inflammatories, you want to eat the brown rice. Um, and there's a lot of studies showing that if you eat brown rice, you reduce your factors of having heart disease. So, big deal. It's a big deal. There's no doubt about it. Also, there was analysis of 45 studies about people eating brown rice, and they reduced their risk of having heart problems by 16 to 21%, and especially and other whole grains too. So that's amazing. And a bran of brown rice is a powerful antioxidant, and the more antioxidants we have, the better we are as far as our health goes. So I think that's really important. And it can prevent chronic diseases, brown rice, like heart disease, cancer, and type 2 diabetes. It also helps to prevent type 2 diabetes, which is a big deal. Anytime we eat any refined carb of any kind, whether it be white rice or it be white flour, any of these white things, it's really not good for, our good old pancreas, which is creating a whole bunch of insulin in order to combat all that carbs that's coming in and turning into glucose, which is not a good thing. Uh, it can really help a person with weight loss. Just switching, if you're obese, and just switching from white rice to brown rice may actually help you with body mass index. Wow, that's good. There was a study with 29,000 people and 15,000 children, and they found that the more whole grains that they ate, like brown rice, they had a lower body mass index. And all these processed foods are nothing but, you know, um, there's no whole grains in them at all. So really, it's important to eat these whole grains, and not processed whole grains, but regular old whole grains. And it was also found that it was 74,000 people, and it was women actually, in a 12-year study found that eating whole grains, including brown rice, they had fewer problems in general. Also, brown rice is rich in selenium, which you're not going to find in white rice as much. And so it helps with cancer, heart disease, arthritis. It's high in magnesium, which is an enzyme production process, and that's really important for synthesizing, good fats, and also for helping our nervous system and reproductive system. So I think that's really important. And brown rice has more naturally occurring good oils in it, which are help for normalize cholesterol and lower cholesterol. Like I said, promotes weight loss. Considered a whole grain where white rice is processed food. I think that's a big thing right there. Rich in antioxidants in it. Antioxidants and blueberries and strawberries, and goji berries and all these different things are really important for our health. And when we can eat brown rice, let's eat brown rice because we have a lot more antioxidants. That good fiber. On the average, in our colon, we're supposed to have up to 5 pounds, 4 to 5 pounds of probiotic bacteria in our colon. Most people have a quarter pound or half pound, and that's really not good because we're not getting enough fiber, which is what the probiotics thrive on. So if we can eat brown rice, we can boost up our immune system by promoting the growth of these probiotics, which is really important. Also, brown rice releases sugars into the body really slowly, which is really what helps with preventing type 2 diabetes. So I think it can lower the risk of type 2 diabetes by 60%. Wow, that's amazing. And it's a perfect baby food also. If you ever, I take this brown rice and I put it in my Blendtec blender or your Vitamix or whatever you got and grind it up into, kind of a coarse little grain, chopped up, and then cook it. That is a perfect baby food. There's no doubt about it. No, we have it for breakfast quite often too, and it really is great. And it cooks in no time because it's so small, and I love it. It's kind of like brown rice cream of wheat, so very similar in taste, I think. Also, uh, we want to lower the amount of sugars or the ability for sugars to go into our system slowly, and we have a lot more fiber. We have a lot less problems with candida and yeast infections, and so that's really important. I think it can change everything. So there's a lot of reasons to go to brown rice. A lot of people will say, it doesn't really matter. That doesn't compute with me at all. Here's one way that I cook my brown rice. Let me reach down here and grab it. This is my pressure cooker, my electronic pressure cooker, and I won't go without this thing, and it's really wonderful. I can cook brown rice in 34 minutes, exactly 34 minutes, and it does a super job. In fact, I got to cook some more. I even cook brown rice for our dogs. Brown rice, and they get chicken or fish, usually salmon or something like that with it, or tuna, and organic chicken most of the time. And it does a fantastic job, and I highly recommend it. Anyway, also, I want to bring up a couple news items. The AMA just said, told all the hospitals they need to go to a vegan diet and they need to eliminate meat or animal products and dairy products. And, that means all the eggs, that means all the cheese, that means all these things, no fish, all these things, a vegan diet. That was a groundbreaking thing that they said the other day. And I just wanted to pass that along. I think that they're finally coming around, that a whole foods, plant-based diet is amazing. And if you'd like to start my diet, go to paulhaider.com, www.paul, P-A-U-L, Haider, Haider.com. And up in the right-hand corner, you'll see my diet. And scroll down, it's quite long. There's a lot of documentation, and we have thousands of studies showing that a whole foods, plant-based diet is super important for great health. And also, my diet is also lifestyle, and it's all about changing your lifestyle and putting meditation and exercise and different things in order to feel good and look good until you're 100 or longer. I plan to live to be 150. I don't know about you, and I'm having a great time. So you can too. There's no doubt about that. Also, I was just awarded a wonderful, great thing. A group called FeedSpot, I think, told me that I am the #1 herbal channel on YouTube in the world. And I'm really humbled by that. And I really appreciate your subscriptions to my channel. And please tell other people. And, here they list 50 of the top herbal channels on YouTube, and I was #1. It was like, wow. Thank you, man. Thank you, God. And I keep trying. And remember, I do all my work for free. If you want to get a hold of me, I just had a lady today from Georgia call me. In fact, we did FaceTime. I have a iPhone, so if you want to FaceTime with me, that's great. I always love seeing who you are, chatting with you, and emailing me is great too. and my Skype address is there too. And so if I can help you in any shape, way, or form, in any way I can, I will. There's no doubt about that. And so feel free to get a hold of me. I go to bed early by 8 p.m. So and I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So feel free to get a hold of me early because I go to bed before the chickens. But I get up at 5. So, and if you get a hold of me in the middle of the night, you can leave a message on my phone, and if you're in the United States, I'll try to get back to you the next day. And so, also on my YouTube comments, well, if you leave a comment, I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and try to make a quick response for you. So, if you care to subscribe, I really, really appreciate that. We got to get the word out, and we got to make a difference in people's lives and make people healthy and make them happy and make a difference in how they feel every single day. And if you care to make a donation, my wife and I greatly appreciate that. We live on Social Security, so that's really greatly appreciated. That I thank you in advance for that. And there's a link down below for that. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and remember, I love you.